waterfalls you just saw were called the Four Sisters. They make up the last day of the Pakse Loop. Pakse Loop is a loop around the Bolaven Plateau in the south of Laos. There are two different variants, a smaller loop and a larger loop. What we're visiting today is an area called the Four Sisters area. This makes up the last day of both the small loop and the bigger loop. Both of these loops will visit this set of waterfalls. You can see at the bottom of this mud map there is a blown up portion of the Four Sisters area. This is a popular day trip visit from Pakse as well, as it is only about 40 minutes ride away. These waterfalls can be found just to the west of Pakse Loop, where we spent the night. There are two to the north of the road and two to the south.
Take the step. You don't have to wait. Lose that breath. You don't gotta.
G'day guys, this is the last day on the Pakse Loop today. So basically we head from Pakse Loop to Pakse, and that completes the loop, because the loop is beginning and ending in the same place. Interesting fact. Now, the ride itself is not a long ride today, but there are four waterfalls to check out, known as the Four Sisters area. So we have Tad Gneuang, spelled with a GN, obviously. Then we have Tad Fane, which is probably one of the more famous ones on the loop. It's a twin waterfall, two rivers meet, falls down. Now the views there apparently aren't the best, so we'll go around, we'll have a look, and we'll check it out anyway, see what we can see. So those two are on the south side of the road, and on the north side of the road we have Tad Champee and Tad Gneuang. I don't know which order I'm going to do them in yet. I was just going to head out that way, that general direction, and see. I do have to loop back to grab my big bag. I'm not happy with the luggage rack on the back, so I don't like riding around with it too much. So I will go back, grab my big bag before heading on to Pakse to complete the loop. So normally that would be the Pakse Loop complete, the big loop. I'm doing an extra activity as well. I've got a few days left before my flight. So I am going to ride out through Pakse, and then I'm going to head off to Champasak, just to visit Wat Phou Temple, which is an old ancient Khmer ruin. Same empire that built Angkor Wat, but it is actually 200 years older than Angkor Wat, albeit not to the same scale. So I'm just going to add that in as a little bonus activity to the Pakse Loop. It's not technically part of the loop, but I'll show you that as well. So 4 waterfalls today. I've got a clean shirt on. I'm hoping for no dusty roads today. Should be nice, good bitumen, pretty much to most of them, except for I think Tad Gneuang has a bit of a bumpy road. It was quite chilly this morning, and there was a mist hanging around, but it looks like it's starting to burn off, so we should get some good weather hopefully. So this is Le Douceur on the main road, nice and peaceful, and has great reviews, 4.9 stars at the time of my visit. So yeah, if you want to stop in for breakfast somewhere, I think they open at 7, and you can stop in for a feed before you head out and do all those stairs.
Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, you're doing fine. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, you're working time. Stay on the road.
So I've decided to start at Tad Fane because it is the weekend. Today's a Saturday. This one's more than likely going to be the busiest of them all. So getting this one done early before the crowds is a good way to go. I think this opens at 8. I got here about 8:30 and there's no one here. So it's 20,000 to park the scooter and 65,000 to enter this sort of resort area. It's nice and peaceful here at the moment. Obviously, I'm the only person here. So it's just the birds and these nice sort of palm trees or whatever they are. They're definitely trees. I just don't know if they're palm trees. And yeah, obviously you got restaurant, cafe. There is a zip line here, but it looks like I won't be doing it. No one's really pressed me about it.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Chest.
So this is it. This is Tad Fane. This is the viewing platform. As far as I'm concerned, not worth visiting. not worth it at all. Depends how much you've been through Southeast Asia. Like, you can't get to the falls, you can't do anything. To pay $85,000 to park your scooter and enter for this, I personally wouldn't bother. If you've seen other waterfalls in the Philippines where you can go canyoning and have more fun, like, it looks nice because there's 2 waterfalls, but it's not a must-do activity in my opinion. And this doesn't look the tiniest bit safe. Got holes in the netting, no edge protection for kids and stuff, so I'll have a walk around, see if there's another viewpoint, but I don't know. If this is it, it's pretty underwhelming.
Calm your soul. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
Alright guys, that's Tad Fane Waterfall. All in all, pretty disappointing. We'll move on to what I think is going to be a better one now, is Tad Gneuang.
For those that are interested, here are the prices in US dollars for the different zipline tour packages on offer. After this, I headed off to the next waterfall. I was going to go to Tad Gneuang, but then I ended up going to Tad E2 just because logistically it made more sense. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a small right hand turn onto a gravel road which heads out towards Tad E2.
So a slight change of plans. The 4 waterfalls we do today, do in whatever order you want that suits you, but I'm heading to Tad E2 now, and instead of going back to Tad Gneuang and then out to Tad E2 and then to Tad Champee, this just makes it more of a loop from me, from Pakse Loop back to Pakse Loop to get my bags back to Pakse. So this is E2 waterfall, and this is basically surrounded by an abandoned resort. It's 20,000 kip. A guy will come out and take 20,000 kip off you. I don't think he really has any authority or anything, but if it helps him look after the scooter or whatever, I think he's just living in one of the abandoned buildings. 20,000 kip's nothing, so to have him look after the scooter or at least keep him happy, no drama as far as I'm concerned. So waterfall number 2 for today is E2 Waterfall. Get a glimpse of it as you walk down here. Looks pretty impressive. The flow is quite strong and it's noisy, which is the most important thing. I'm going to put the camera away, try and navigate my way towards the falls now. This might be slippery. This is all overgrown and abandoned, so we'll see how we go. So this is the dry season. This is very early Feb, and yeah, the water flow is strong and this path is mud. The rocks are very slippery. Can't imagine doing this in the wet season. You'd need gumboots to get out here, or you'd be underwater, I'm not sure. But yeah, see if I can get closer. Even standing where I am now, probably 50 metres away from the waterfall, still getting that spray come across here. So I'm going to try to get some photos while the lens is clean-ish, and then we'll move in closer. So this probably doesn't come up on pictures as well as Tad Fane, for example, but It's a much better experience than whatever the hell that was over at Tad Fane. It's just more up close and personal. All right guys, so this is Tad Eat 2, an abandoned restaurant resort up the top there. Little staircase down, concrete stairs the whole way. Would be slippery as hell in rainy season. It's all mossy and leafy and that, but in the dry season, not too bad. If you had clean shoes when you started and you want to come out here, you're not going to have clean shoes at the end of it, so don't wear nice shoes. The falls themselves, very impressive. I like the design of the rock. I don't know who designed this one, it's great. I like the curvature of the rock. It's a little bit like Halang Falls that we saw yesterday in the Tad Gneuang area, but with more water flow, albeit not as high. I don't know, that might be 30, 40 metres high. It's pretty cool. There's two little levels, two cascades down. Decent amount of flow. The amount of spray coming this way for the dry season, it'll get you wet. So that's Tad 2, way better than Tad Fane in my opinion. We've got two more to check out today. So as always, be careful coming out here. It's very slippery. Everything kind of looks like it was recently submerged. You can make a way through the mud where the grass roots are going. Is a little bit more sturdy, but yeah, you just got to be careful with your footing. You can come for a swim if you want. It's fucking cold at the moment. Quite a powerful water flow as well, so it'd be a bit of a challenge to try and get all the way to the water. So we've got two more waterfalls to check out. Going to hit the road and try and get these done so I can head off to Pakse, where the loop would normally finish, but then on through there to Champasak.
Back on the road and only about 5 minutes away is Tad Champee Waterfall. Although it is a dirt road, this road is nice and smooth all the way to the waterfall. At the top of the path to the waterfall is also a restaurant area. I did notice some heavy cloud build-up as I was on my way down to the falls.
Take the step. You don't have to wait.
So just at Tad Champee now. It is a dirt road to get here for about 2.5k, but it's in really good condition. No potholes. Yeah, a few big rocks to look out for, but yeah, nice consistent speed, won't take you long at all. So this one is 30,000 entry and 5,000 for scooter parking, so 35 total. Thankfully, the walk down here is much more gradual than all the other waterfalls. It's a nice slope down this bank over here. It's not going to be completely exhausting on the way back up. So the one thing that differentiates Tad Champee is that it gives you a proper pathway through behind the water curtain. Some of the other waterfalls you can stand on the rocks under the water, but this one actually goes right behind the water curtain. So let's go check it out. This might be the noisiest of all the waterfalls that we've visited so far, which therefore makes it the best. Views are stunning. This overhang with the moss-covered rock, boulders, brilliant. Brilliant boulders, mossy rocks, average boulders as well, mossy boulders, brilliant rocks. I'll tell you what, we've got one waterfall left, Tad Gneuang, and it's going to be pretty hard to beat this one, but scenery-wise, this is easily the best viewpoint that you can get with any of the waterfalls that I think we've done on the loop so far. So yeah, this is Tad Champee, top 100, easy. Top 1,000 even. 11:40, I've been here for well over an hour. Time to go, because I do want to get to Champasak tonight. Still got one more waterfall to check out and hopefully grab lunch somewhere. Yeah, the ride to Pakse from Pakse Loop is about an hour, and then it's maybe another 50 minutes. So I've got about a 2-hour ride as well. So I really should get moving.
The last waterfall of the Four Sisters, for me, the way that I did it, is Tad Gneuang Waterfall, only about another 5 minutes away. All these waterfalls are really close to each other.
Stay on the road.
Alright guys, the last waterfall of the Pakse Loop, Bolaven Plateau Loop. This is Gneuang Falls, and all those minivans and scooters in the car park fills me with dread. It is going to be pretty packed. It's bang on lunchtime. So after Tad Champee, it actually started to rain. So I went and had lunch myself to avoid the rain. Went and got my big bags and then headed here. Clear enough now. There's still some dark clouds around, but I think we should be alright to head down and see Tad Gneuang Falls. Hopefully not too many people down at the actual falls, you know, because I want to take photos as well as videos, and although Photoshop's pretty good, it's better to take a photo with nobody in the frame. These stairs are an awkward height.
This little bridge gives you a view from the top of the falls, however there really isn't too much to see. What you really want is to head down these stairs to the base of the falls.
Alright guys, this is the last waterfall on the Pakse Loop, Tad Gneuang Falls. It's busy, but there is a little path here. You come around on the left-hand side to get away from the people. Very slippery. Most people aren't going to bother with this sort of stuff. You can also cross the river back at the main stairs down and go along to the other side. I'm not going to do that today, but you might get your feet a little bit wet, but it's not that deep. There are a few rocks there to step on, but you might be safer just stepping through the water because you'll have better grip. So have I saved the best till last? Pretty damn close. This and Tad Champee, definitely two highlights just because of the way that you get to experience the falls. It's not always about the falls itself, but getting away from the crowd, going behind the waterfall, crawling through a little grotto like this, it just makes the whole thing better. I often wonder if every cool thing that people have ever found is just discovered by people trying to get away from other people. That's pretty much how I found this, was trying to get away from everyone else. I was up on the platforms trying to take photos, and then people come walking across the platform. The whole thing vibrates, it just ruins the photo. I just want to get away from everyone. Alright guys, that's it for the Pakse Loop. That's the Four Sisters. Now all we got left is a little ride back to Pakse itself. 45 minutes roughly from where we are, and that's the Pakse Loop done. I'm going to put some numbers up on the screen. It'll be my fuel usage, how much I spent in fuel, how many kilometres I rode, and all that sort of good stuff, just for those that are interested. So that is the end of the Pakse Loop. I hope you found this video helpful, or at least revealing in what is worth doing and what's not doing. Now, comparing it to the Thakak Loop, I personally preferred the Thakak Loop, but not by a wide margin. I think it's still worth doing both. I do think the Thakak Loop is better. That's only because I think there's a bit more variety in the caves than there is in the waterfalls. Depends how many waterfalls and caves you've seen before. Now, I'm going to add a little bonus activity in here. I'm heading off to Champasak. It's about 50 minutes out of Pakse. I'm actually spending the night there, and then I'm going to see Wat Phou Temple the following day.
If you are doing the Pakse Loop and returning to Pakse, it's only about 30 to 40 minutes ride back into Pakse. Because I was heading further off to Champasak, I had about an hour and a half's worth of riding. The roads out back towards Pakse and then south to Champasak are in really good condition. If your scooter is capable, you can quite comfortably get up to 100 kilometers an hour due to the good condition of the roads.
You don't gotta change. Stay on the road.
I entered Champasak at about 5 to 4, got into my accommodation and checked in by about 4:20. You can visit Wat Phou from Pakse, however because I wanted to visit at sunrise, it was easier for me to stay in Champasak nearby. It meant I didn't have to get up as early.
It'll work in time.
Just got into Champasak, checked into Nakorn River View. This is pretty flashy, I guess. It's not the highest end, but it is definitely a step above everything we've had recently on the Pakse Loop. Now, importantly, we've got a fridge. Gonna try to find some banh mi or some sort of fresh sort of roll to put in there so I can have it early in the morning. The whole reason we're in Champasak is I want to see Wat Phou. Now, I could go now, it closes at 6. That would only give me hour 20 there. But the whole idea of coming here and staying in Champasak is I actually want to go at sunrise, which means going before it's open and just paying on the way out. So I'm going to spend the afternoon just trying to get myself sorted for tomorrow.
Stay on the road. Once you stay on the road, it'll work in time. Stay on the road.
So I just spent the last remaining hours of sunlight. Instead of walking around Champasak, I'm checking out the Hong Nang Sida temple, which is part of the Wat Phou temple. It's a few K away, but you know, it was all built by the Khmer in between the 11th and 12th century. And this actually was the starting point of a road that used to connect the Wat Phou complex with the Angkor Wat complex. So quite a significant little piece. It's just like an offshoot from the main temple complex. There's no fee to come into this part. There's no tickets or anything, so you can just come and explore this part as you want. I kind of came this way just to scope out Wat Phou and see where I might be able to get in tomorrow before official opening time. So I didn't see anything good, which is worrying. So this is Hong Nang Sida, over 1,000 years old. Hindu temple. Crazy the stuff that is still around after all this time. Don't know why it's so far from Wat Phou. Pretty cool. Now that really is a wrap for today. I've got other stuff to do. I've got to sort out how I'm getting to Wat Phou at sunrise. I need to get water, I need to get food, I need to charge everything. I've got so much stuff to do. I'm a busy man. So yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. Bright and early, sunrise, Wat Phou temple, somehow. Fire that built.
So this probably looks like it was recently. You can climb up the rocks near the.
You can easily do.
Not by like a not